It's time.
Shankana.
You know, I've been always talking about restarting as a rogue. Well, today's the day. For those of you that don't know, I used to main a rogue. Red was my alt, rogue was my main. The name will be the same. Xkin X rogues. You guys will have no idea what this is. I guess it's story time. So I used to be a little boy that made fun of my brother for playing WoW, and later somehow I joined them. Wait, what? You need daggers to use your skills? So before I started playing WoW, I used to be this kid that played Warcraft Frozen Throne every day. Back where I lived, if you played WoW, you're the biggest nerd and the biggest loser. So I always made fun of my brother for playing WoW. And one day, I tried his account. I just tried it because he told me to. And I leveled up to like 5. I made this dwarf hunter. I wanted to make him look like a guard. And I just had so much fun. I was like, oh my god, I need to play this game. So, since I was a little boy with no money, I played the trial account. I made a warlock. And I got to 20 with him. And I couldn't level up more because it was trial count. In trial, level 20 was max. I don't know if it's the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same. So level 20 warlock, always level 20 doing nothing. And later, I got the game. I finally got the game. And back then, since I had no card, this was back in like 3rd grade or 4th grade. I can't remember when I started, but I'm pretty sure somewhere there. I begged people so that I could get their credit card and pay for my WoW sub. And I did. And at that time, my brother was playing a rogue, Night Elf rogue. His name was Xkin X rogue. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna make a rogue look same as him, same as his character, and copy his name and put a Z at the end. And I was Xkin X rogues. And I had so much fun with my rogue. It was like the best time ever. Like, come on man, you get to be a ninja, your stealth, backstab people, ambush people. Like, so much fun. Kappa, dude. Back in vanilla, leveling was so fun. I don't know why, it was so fun. I meet new people, new friends. The community was so nice. Like, high levels would like walk around and they like help you if you're having trouble. Like, people group, like I would group with that hunter and level together. And it was so much fun. I met a lot of friends, and we mainly focused on PvP. And at that time, you had to be level 40 to ride the 60% speed mount. So I quickly got to 40 fast as I could. Like, I sidetracked so much while leveling. Like, I was the slowest leveler back then. Finally, I got 40. I was like, oh my goodness, I got my Pantheon. Since you're a Night Elf, you have to ride a Pantheon, right? And I was rocking that Pantheon. It was a white striped one. I was so happy. Like, it was so rewarding to get your first mount because you have to level up to 40. You have to walk around places until you're 40. Can you imagine that? And leveling was hard too. Like, right now we have this cheater gears where it helps you get level. We didn't have these stuff now. And you have like recruiter friend. Like, it's so easy to level, but back then it was way harder. So I got to 40, and the first thing we did, this was the scariest place. Wait, actually before 40, this was the scariest place because I think this place used to be level 30 to 40 to level, but they changed it to 25 to 30. And once you enter here, this was the first PvP zone, like Westfall, Duskwood, and what is it, Red Ridge? What is this place called? Red Ridge, yeah, Red Ridge. Like, Red Ridge, you would sometimes see Horde like crawl out of burning steps, but then that was rare. But in STV, you saw a lot of hordes there, and that was the first PvP place. And oh man, that was so fun killing people. And my brother was a badass. There's a ranking system too, like, or we still have it, up to Grand Marshal. So he was super high ranked. He had full set of PvP gear and that epic tiger. He would just kill everyone in the path. After I hit 40, I was pretty much done with the game. Like, I didn't want to level anymore. I just chill as being a level 40. and that was life. I would do BGs, attack Barons, attack Crossroad, the little map right here, the Horde City. I always attacked it. Like, we were low levels and attacking places. That's how badass we were. And then, I don't know, leveling? Like, level didn't really matter to me. And it was so fun. Like, I didn't need to reach level max to have fun. And after long months, I finally decided to re-level. Me and my brothers. My older brother started playing WoW too, because I started playing. The middle brother, his name is Mike, he got us all into WoW. We used to make fun of him, but we joined him playing WoW. And I thank him for that, because I had a lot of fun playing this game. And literally all we did was PvP. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of vanilla players in my channel too, so like getting gear was super hard. And soon as we hit level 60, our first goal was to become commander, because if you're a commander in World of Warcraft, they give you free PvP gear and they give you the 100% speed mount, that PvP Panther mount, right? This one right here. Oh my god, dude, this was the most sexiest mount back then. So they had this, Steed, and the Ram. That was it. They didn't have, oh wait, I think they had this. This was the one we wanted. Everyone wanted this. In my server at least. So we grinded hardcore PvP day and night. AV goes like 7 days in a row. Like, you join it and at night I'm like, okay, I have to log out. So I log out. I wake up after school, I come back, I queue for another AV and I joined the same one. They're still playing the one that was going on the other day. And back then, there was no cross realm, so you fight against your server only, which was really cool. And you get to know all the Horde players too. It's like your neighbor. Since you always see them, you know who they are. There was a few other commanders, like all the high people we know. And there was some really chill Hordes, JL and Diablos. They were both high warlords and they were super chill. Like, we became friends too. Like, we can't even talk to each other, but we became friends doing emotes, and they would never attack us. We were always neutral. And whenever we attack like Barons or Orgrimmar, those guys wouldn't hit us. They would like salute us and would just watch us beat up Horde, which was pretty cool. It was a cool connection. So there was basically neutral hordes and enemy hordes. And we grinded super hard. We finally got to commander, and then we just stopped. We should have kept pushing, but we stopped because all we wanted was that mount. And this one is free. Like, you don't have to pay the trainer to learn how to ride this. You can just ride this. I don't know if it was a bug or Blizzard intentionally let that happen, but for this one, you didn't need to learn how to ride 100% mount. You could just ride it. So we rocked that mount. We are full decked out PvP gear. And I had some daggers from AV, because in Arctic Valley, if your reputation is high, you could buy some daggers. You could buy a dagger or a mace. I remember my brother had that black boar mace, and I had this black dagger, and it was so cool. I also had one of the UBRS weapon. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, what is he talking about? Like, this is some ancient story. If you're new to WoW, I'm sorry. I don't know if you'll understand everything we're talking about. But it was just a really good time. And whenever I saw a rogue, I wanted to level a rogue, because rogue was my main. I think up until Kata, rogue was my main, and paladin was always my alt. And paladin, how I got to start my paladin. My paladin, of course I copied my brother again, because he made a red paladin. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a red paladin. But I didn't copy his name this time. His name wasn't even Savix, it was Dominion or something. I got it off of a video. There was this warrior or paladin, I couldn't remember. It was doing like 1v10, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna copy his name and become him. And I made a paladin Dominion, and I leveled up to level 19. And Dominion was a twink. Until later, I leveled up Savix, but Savix was in a different server. So my red paladin was always a twink. Look at this cheater, dude. What is this? Level 5 riding a mount with decked out gear. Dude, cheater gear and a cheater mount. Anyways, Savix was my alt, and Rogue was my main. And I don't want to sound like one of those guys, but I used to be a really good rogue, dude. No joke at all, dude. I used to be super good. Oh, I had stealth this whole time. Oh, I forgot. We don't have to go to trainers. Dude, how easy as well now. You don't even need to go to your trainer to learn these skills. Oh my goodness, stealth is so fast. Stealth? I like... Man, I don't want to sound like an old guy, but... You had to level up a talent to make your stealth faster. And your stealth would literally be like this. Maybe even slower. Right now, this is fast. So in our server, people knew us as the guys that attack Ogremar, or... we're like the police of Alliance. People would whisper us, yo, these guys are attacking us in Stranglethorn, and then we would go there and beat the crap out of people. Everybody would call us all the time whenever they need help, because we're like the police patrol. And there was this one time where there's this other group of Horde that's similar to us. These guys are Horde patrols, right? These guys attack Westfall, Duskwood, and everything. We would fight each other, and one day we all met up. We just became neutral, right? And then wave, talk with emotes again. Because back then, if you were a Horde, you can't make alliance, and if you're alliance, you can't make Horde character, and you can't talk to each other. So there was no battle tag or anything, so no way you could talk to Horde. The barrier was so strong. So we had to talk with emotes, and we became neutral to each other, and then we started dueling each other. So this is level 70, and why I'm mentioning this is because I fought the best rogue, I beat the best rogue, and my brother Steve, that played the warrior, he beat the best warrior. But then my brother Mike, he couldn't beat the red, but he barely lost. And Blood Elves had better ratio back then too. Like they had silence, and humans had perception or something, and that grants you to look at rogues or find rogues. Like human ratio used to be crap, dude. Or it was good against rogue, but you wouldn't fight rogues all the time, you know? Dang, who remembers that? Raise your hand if you remember human racial perception. Holy cow. Let me ask him. Hey, is Twinking still alive? I'm thinking about Twinking. Twinking is still alive? Like, this character, I'm leveling it to make him a twink. I guess Twinking is still alive. Alright. I forgot what I was talking about now. Oh yeah, the weapon. Me and Steve beat the other guys, but our brother Mike, he couldn't beat the red because he had a better ratio and he had a better sword. So back then, profession weapons were way stronger. And Lionheart. Oh, I can't look at two-handers. I can't show you guys. Well, there's this sword called Lionheart, and you could level it up to 3 times. Lionheart level 1, Lionheart level 2, and Lionheart level 3. Of course, it's a different name. It's not Lionheart 1, 2, 3. But that Blood Elf, he had the 3rd one, and my brother had the 2nd one. And I think that made a little difference too. And another thing that's cool about these weapons were it had special effects. Like the Lionheart, it had a chance to get you out of fears. Me as a rogue, I had these mace. It was like an orange dragon mace. And my brother Steve as a warrior, he had, I think the weapon was called Stormhelm or something. It was a 2-hand mace, and it would stun people too. Like we all got the stun items because stun's the best. But I think Mike, he wanted the cool looking sword, so he got the Lionheart sword. Dude, back then those items were so cool. Like there was axe that would blind people, like so many cool unique weapons. And I think that's it. That's at level 70 is where Savix came to. That's where Savix was born. His origin. I never played him for reals though. He was just a character to mess around with and just have fun. And I think I played him a little serious in Wrath of the Lich King. And then he became my main in Kata, I think. But Rogue was always my main. I can't believe I didn't upload any Rogue videos though. Like, I'm so dumb. Now that I think about it, I should have. I was such a badass Rogue. Like, I say that because I say that like a loser. Like, oh, you know me? I used to be one of those warlords back in the day. Like, but really, I was a really good Rogue player. And Rogue was so cheap. You could just stun lock people to death. I don't know if you guys know Roguecraft. If you guys saw Roguecraft, like you could see the good example there. You just stun lock people to death, and it was really, really OP. And I wish back then I played serious arena. Like, I would just play with my brother. We always played triple DPS. It was warrior, red, rogue. Like we always played triple DPS or 2v2. And we just pushed up to 2k. so that we could get our weapons and shoulders. Back then you had to have a certain rating to get weapons, and we were always the first one to get those in our server. That's why everyone wanted to buy our account. But oh man, the amount of time you spend in WoW, you're so attached to your account that you don't want to sell it. But we should have sold it. Those are such a high offer we got. We should have sold them all, dude. We would have made bank as little kids. It was such a big offer, but we didn't do it. So yeah, guys, that's the history of my rogue. Oh yeah, there's a video. Maybe I can find it. There was this paladin named Bronze Shadow, and he played a red pally. He was a pretty good red pally. Of course my rogue beat him up and he got really pissed, and he's like, I don't know why I played this game, but he was a really chill dude. He was one of those guys too that only PvP, so he was really chill with us. Like, we knew all the PvPers in the server. And he uploaded a video. Maybe I can find it. I come out for like a second in the video. You'll see like a night elf running around with one of the sword. I had a sword and a dagger, same as this right now. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I had the AV dagger and then the Grand Marshal sword. Man, talking about this brings back so much memories. I'm gonna cry, guys. WoW was so fun back in the days. It's still fun. Like, I'm not saying it's not fun now, but it was so fun back then. I think it was more fun because there wasn't any game like WoW. No game was on the level of WoW. Alright, let's reply to some people. 7.1.5 growth is insane. How's DKs? Yo, Mr. Savage, you gotta play some Penguin Club with me. Does it have good PvP? Yo, Savage, I was testing World of Glory and it looks like it might be more viable after the patch. Not sure though. I saw the numbers. Maybe better than JV. Oh yeah, this is Hayes, by the way. Hey, how's it going, guys? 1v1 snowball. Alright, maybe if my viewers say yes. Wait, what the heck? Why is there so many people in this place? Wow, that's a lot of people. Not sure because JV is another nerf. I will destroy you. Are you threatening me, Master Jedi? I was getting 2 second kills. Oh my god. Think leveling a new character? Let me know. Okay. Yeah, anyway, guys, such a good time. And there was this another moment. So I used to live in a small place called Bakersfield, and when I moved to Torrance, I wanted to stop playing WoW because it was taking a lot of my time. And this was when Wrath of the Lich King came out, and you guys have to thank my brother Mike. If it wasn't for him, I would have quit WoW and never played again. But that guy, man. So Wrath of the Lich King just came out, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna play the new expansion. I'm not gonna. I wanna do some real life stuff, you know. But then, so since he had the card info, like he knew the password and everything for my account, and what he did was he reactivated my WoW account, and he put my mage. Oh yeah, I played a mage too. So Rogue was my main. Mage was my second ult, and Red Pally was my third ult. And I played a mage, and I was, oh man, I keep saying it, but I was so good at mage. Alright guys, I'm just a pleb that thought I was good, okay? Just let me say, okay? Let's just say that I thought I was good. So this wannabe mage that thought he was the best. So my brother put my mage on the Northern boat. So there's a boat in Stormwind that goes up to Northern, right? That goes to right here, the Borean Tundra. And he put me on the ship, made me sail across, and he sent me a screenshot of my mage standing in the boat in the new island. And he's like, hey dude, I bought you your expansion and I paid for your subscription. And I'm like, why would you do that, dude? I wanted to quit. And then since he bought it for me, I had to play it, right? And I did. And I'm glad I did too. Wrath was one of the best expansions. I'm so glad I played it. So shoutouts to him. Got to experience one of the best expansions. But I really wanted to quit WoW back then. Like I was at the point, dude. I'm almost 10. I'm gonna start PvPing at 10 and get up to 19 and then just twink it. I don't know how much fun I'm gonna have with twink though. I don't know if it's the same as the old days. I'm gonna guess it's not because all the heirlooms. I don't know how heirlooms scale. I stopped twinking after you started leveling. Back in the days, you didn't level up from Battlegrounds. But they changed it where Battleground levels you up so you couldn't twink. And all the twinks got pissed off. Man, good times. I hope twinking is fun. I'm gonna try it and see, guys. If it's fun, I'll like make a guild and then you guys can all join. We'll be the best twinks. I actually have videos of my mage in the videos. I used to be a clicker too. So most of the spell I pressed, but then my burst I would click them for some reason. But back then everyone was a clicker. We didn't have like mouses. We didn't have guides and videos, and nobody teach us how to keybind. Like you had to do those in your own. Now the world is so good that everybody teaches you how to play PvP and stuff. But back then you had to learn on your own. It was insane, man. And there was no armory, so you couldn't really cookie cutter until later on they put it. And then everyone just copies each other. I think that's it, guys. I have more stories to tell, but that will be in a different video. I had a lot of fun stuff. Oh man. Oh yeah, and people that's wondering what happened to my main characters, my account got banned, so I had to restart everything. Like all my character, those are all new characters. All my old characters are gone. My mogs are gone. All my 2K mogs are gone. All my titles are gone. I was sad that day, but oh well. Start fresh, start new. Some people know, because I told them in stream and stuff. But for the people that don't know, my main account was banned. I miss the real Savix. The real Savix is gone, dude. The real Savix. You know what? Let me know how you guys started playing WoW. You guys can write that down in the comment. Let me hear your story. How you got into WoW and what the best time of your life was in WoW. What was the best moment you had in WoW? Like it doesn't have to be vanilla. If you're new, you could write your new experience and how you joined. Mine was watching my brother play, making fun of him, and then started playing his account. And eventually I got my own account, playing the trial up to 20. And the best moment was when we're level 40, just PvPing it out. Like leveling didn't even matter. So yeah, guys, let me hear your stuff. This guy's saying Penguin Club has better PvP than WoW. There's balance. Oh man. Dude, that's what I want in WoW. That's what I'm gonna play Penguin Club. Next video is Penguin Club, guys. Look at this guy, dude.